Hey guys, this is Cassie from CLC's Natural Living, and today we're going to learn how to make a really quick, simple, all-natural hand sanitizer and hand soap. Before we get into the ingredients that we're going to need, I want to remind you that this Wednesday at 11 a.m. we will be hosting a live Zoom call. You guys are welcome to join in, call in, we'll make this stuff together. If you have any questions, we can get those answered for you too. Alright, so first let's focus on our hand sanitizer. You are going to need rubbing alcohol. You can buy this at any pharmacy, Walgreens, CVS, Walmart, very inexpensive. And then whatever you don't use, just add it to your medicine cabinet and you'll have it for a first aid. All right, next we are going to need aloe vera gel. This particular one that I have, I bought from Amazon. And it's 100% aloe vera gel. Let's see, no added water, alcohol free, no unnecessary ingredients, and it's organic. It's great. I have in the past made the same hand sanitizer with non-organic. I've also used aloe vera that you'd use for like skincare, like after a sunburn, so it has other things added in. All of it works, but if you're wanting something that's really natural, this is an awesome thing to do. And I think this was like 10 to 13 on Amazon. Next, you are going to need a vitamin E oil. All right, this I bought from Amazon, and it's really great for your skin, hair, nails, so you can use it in a lot of little DIY recipes that you have, but it's really great for the two that we're going to use today, our hand sanitizer and our hand soap. All right, last ingredient you're going to need for your hand sanitizer is essential oils. I'm going to be using orange, lemon, and clove. All right, but really you can use whatever you want. So whatever smells you really like, go with those. Personal favorites for scent are lavender and eucalyptus. They're amazing. I'm actually going to use these for the properties that the essential oils have, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. But the sky's really the limit with the scent that you want out of your hand sanitizer. Last thing you're going to need for the hand sanitizer is something to put it in. I really like this bottle. This is a spritz bottle, right? It's just going to spray on your hand. I really like it because the mixture that I'm going to use of the ingredients is going to end up more liquidy. If you want something that's going to be more gel so you can squeeze it on your hand, then you're going to want to add more aloe vera gel, okay? But that bottle I think I got off of Amazon for, I don't know, I bought a pack of them, so I'm not sure how much it ended up being, but it's not too expensive. And all of the leftover bottles that you have, if you buy a pack, you can use those for other things, right? All right, let's move on to our hand soap. Castile soap, you're gonna need this. I bought unscented Castile soap. One thing I love about doing it unscented is that I get to pick what I want it to smell like. So that's what I'm gonna do with my essential oils, right? So I have the Quinn's brand. It doesn't really matter, what brand you buy. This is organic. Again, that's moving towards the more natural side of things, right? You can buy Castile soap. Let's see. I know that Walmart sells it. It might be the Mrs. Meyer's brand. But there are a lot of different brands out there. Pick one, look at the prices, anything that you don't use in this recipe, you can remake soap later. You can use it for dish soap, or you can use it for like a body wash. It's soap, it'll work, right? All right, next, we're going to also vitamin E oil. So same thing for this recipe as well. We're gonna use this because it's really good for your skin. We are also going to use essential oils for smell. I'm going to actually be using this exact same, again, because of the properties that each of these essential oils have. Orange, lemon, clove. All right, pick what you guys would like. If you want to copy off of me, do it. I really like this blend. It has a great blend, like a great smell for the summer with the citrusy smells, and then the clove is just glorious. It's a really warm smell. I really like it. Last thing you're going to need for your soap is water. Distilled water is best. I know that Walmart sells like a gallon jug of distilled water in the baby section, and I think it's literally $1. So if you don't want to spend that, use your tap water. That's fine too. And then you're going to need soap dispenser. This one had soap in it that I bought from the store. It had just a little bit left, like I couldn't really use the pump anymore with it. Cleaned it out, washed it off. Now I'm just gonna refill. All right, so that's your ingredients. That's all you need. So let's go ahead, jump in, get started making. All right guys, let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna start with our hand sanitizer. So we'll take our bottle. If you have a small bottle like this, a useful tool might be a funnel. So I have these. It's just a plastic little funnel I bought for just a few dollars at Walmart. Not very expensive at all, and it just makes pouring things in a lot easier because the jar opening is so small. You have to be really careful if you're just gonna freehand pour. So I like this. It's a lot easier, I think. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with our aloe vera gel, and we are gonna fill up our container about a third, not a third, I'm sorry. We're gonna do 1 part of the gel, right? So for here, if we were to separate this into 4 spots, 1, 2, 3, and 4, that means I'm gonna stop about there with my gel, okay? The rest, I'm gonna do 3 parts of the alcohol, all right? So again, about 1/4 of the way up with our gel. All right, so part of the gel has already gone in because it's a little bit liquidier, but the other not so liquidy part, that you're gonna have to help in. All right, so it's not too difficult when we're using the funnel. If you're not, it could be a little bit trickier for sure. All right, let's see what that looks like. A little over 1/4, but it'll be just fine. All right, so now we're gonna move on to our rubbing alcohol. All right, and we're gonna fill it up almost to the top. All right, we're gonna leave a little bit of room there. All right, so we'll slow pour this. All right, that'll do. So we have our alcohol and aloe vera gel. Next, we're gonna move on to our vitamin E oil. You can use, instead of buying like a bottle of oil, if you wanna use the gel capsules that you can get in like the vitamin section of your store, you could use that and just open up the gel and use that. I am just going to use the liquid here because I have it, okay? So you're gonna need 1/4 of a teaspoon of the vitamin E oil. So I'll measure that in, okay? All right, and next I'm going to move on to my essential oils. This is the fun part. All right, so if you are going to use just 1 essential oil, you're gonna wanna use 35 to 40 drops of it. All right, so if you just want a lavender smell, then you use 35 to 40 drops. I am going to use 3 different oils. I still only want 35 to 40 drops, so that means I'm going to have to figure out how much of each oil to put in. Okay, so the reasons I picked these oils instead of my favorite smell, which I had previously said is lavender or eucalyptus, is because of the properties of these essential oils. So lemon is really nice because it's antibacterial. That's nice in a hand sanitizer. And then orange and clove, they are really nice because they're both antibacterial, antiseptic, and antiviral. All right, so all of that mixed in is really nice, as well as the smell being just heavenly. All right, so my orange and my lemon are more summer smells, so I'm probably gonna do more of these. So I'm gonna do 13 drops of each, and then I'm gonna do 10 drops of the clove, okay? That's lovely, I really like that smell. Okay, So when your essential oils have this type of a topper, it's a lot easier to pour in to measure the drops. All right, so that was my 10 drops of clove. And then again, 13 of lemon and 13 of orange. So I'll do 13 lemon. That lemon came out a lot quicker than the clove. And then the orange. Now my orange does not come with that dropper top, which is really unfortunate. And it's really, really unfortunate because I don't have a dropper. Like you can, sometimes they'll sell it with your essential oils, is a little plastic dropper. I don't have one. So I'm gonna have to eyeball it and hope that it's okay. I don't recommend doing this though. When it runs down the side like that, you can kind of get some drops in. All right, that was a whole lot of orange. That was a whole lot. So don't be like me. Use an actual dropper or make sure your bottle has that top. Don't be like me. All right, we're gonna smell it. That smells nice. That smells really nice. All right, and that's it. That's all you gotta do. Before each use for your hand sanitizer, you wanna make sure you give it a good shake. This is both to kind of mix in all of the oils that you have, as well as help mixing in the gel part, right? Because the oils and the alcohol are liquid, and then the aloe vera is a gel. Sometimes it can kind of clump at the bottom, so you want it mixed in really well, okay? I don't know if you can see that, but it has a really, the same consistency all the way through. That's what you want. Can't smell it yet. That's nice. And you only pick up a hint of the alcohol smell, which is really nice. I love it. The clove, I think adding the clove really did add a nice mix to my lemon and orange for the summer. I like it. All right, so that's all you gotta do for your alcohol, for your, for your hand sanitizer, all right? One thing that I do recommend doing after you finish making each is putting some sort of a tag on this to let you know what it is. So I would use even just like a little piece of masking tape and then writing on hand sanitizer and maybe even telling what essential oils I used, right? That way if I really love this scent and I want to make it again when all this is gone, I'll know what I used, okay? So that's our hand sanitizer. Now we are going to move on to our soup, okay? So I'm also going to use a funnel for this because it's just easier. All right, I am going to start with my soap. I'm sorry, I'm going to start with my water. I think that's what I'll do. Here's why. If you start with your soap and then you add water on top, it's going to bubble something awful, which is not necessarily bad, but then it's kind of hard to judge how much you actually have in there. So let's start with the water. That's probably a little smarter. So what we're gonna do, again, based off of the size of your container, is we're gonna fill this up about 3/4 of the way. So I'm gonna go to right about there, and then the last fourth of the way we'll do with soap, okay? All right, so I have my water. Now the soap. And now I'm going to add the same amount of vitamin E oil. So I'm going to, the same amount that I used with my hand sanitizer. So I'm going to use 1/4 teaspoon. And again, this is just a little extra love for your hands. The alcohol will dry it out. Castile soap and water will not dry it out, but who doesn't want to love their hands a little bit more, right? All right, So if you used a Castile soap that had a scent, you'd be done. Mine is unscented, and if so I want to add a little extra smell, so that's where I'm going to move on to my essential oils. Okay. So for our soap, we are going to want to use 20 drops of our essential oils, and so I am going to do 7 orange, 7 lemon, and then 6 clove. All right. And again, I'm using these for the smell, for the scent itself. I really like it, as well as the properties that each of these oils bring. All right. So I'll start with my 6. Okay. Little slow start there with that. And then I'm going to do 7 lemon. And 7 orange, and again, because I don't have a dropper, I'm just gonna eyeball it, hope for the best. By adding more than this, it's gonna be fine, right? You just don't want the scent to be overpowering, and you don't want like half of this to be oil, which it won't be, right? So even with me, that's probably good. Don't be like me, guys. Don't do it. Have a dropper. So much easier. All right. So there we can see the oil on top. I can already smell it. And now I'm going to shake it up really nicely. All right. See, we got some foam there. That's lovely. This is soap, so I'm gonna have to wash off my hand, but oh my gosh, guys, this smells so good. I love it. All right, so that's it. We just made hand sanitizer, we just made soap, we used a lot of the same ingredients, so price-wise, we're splitting it. We can go on to use these ingredients for a lot more things. Essential oils you can use in diffusers, you can use in other homemade recipes. Rubbing alcohol is awesome for your first aid kit. Aloe vera, you can use it for skin treatment. If you get too much sun, if you want some added skin benefits, research aloe vera. It's really good for a lot of things. Vitamin E oil, again, it's really good for your skin. So research that further. Castile soap, what you didn't use in your hand soap, you can reuse later. You can literally just pour this into a soap dispenser and use it. It's soap, right? It works. You can use it for a body wash. You can use it for dish soap. All of these things you can use again. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you have fun, and I can't wait to see you 11 a.m. this Wednesday. We can make this together, same time, and if you have any questions, I can answer them. Thanks, guys.